Check, check, check. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in. Welcome to a sneak peek at the PMDG P8 Poseidon preview stream. Yes, we're going to fly it here first. I got permission from Mr. Randazzo himself. A brand new 7.3 coming out soon, P8, and you're getting a first look at it here live. Pretty sweet, huh? Look at these wingtips. Just kidding. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Mr. Randazzo said I couldn't show off the P8 just yet. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, looking at our BBJ, a first for the channel. A first for the channel. We have not flown a single BBJ or ACJ on the channel. I was going through the YouTube history. I couldn't believe it. Why have we not? The cabins are pretty cool. I like the mission. This is pretty epic. And now that we have our own virtual airline, why not? It's time. It is time. Ruined my entire month in the build. I get you. I got a few of you. Elena Zaid's upset too. Oh my gosh. I got you too, Benny. Oh my goodness. No, I wish. Randazzo said I could show it off like next month, I think. It depends. But anyway, I bet you didn't hear that from me. No. That'd be pretty sweet if we had a P8 though in the sim, right? Dude, that little those winglets, like the raked winglet there. There's no winglet on the top of them. It just looks pretty cool. I mean, do some sub-hunting, sub-missions in Microsoft. The options are endless. Maybe someone will make a mod. Who knows? I don't know. Only after the 7.4 Classic, please. What version of P8? No, just messing with you. I'm just messing. Now you have to ask RSR for P8. I know, right? Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, now that I got everybody's attention, the main event, BBJ, JETCARD, V1 Executive Charter. We are sitting at Boeing Field, BFI. This was ferried out of Renton. We're going to do our first live leg. I'm going to talk to you guys about a bunch of different things today. So today is the last day that we'll have our laxed hiring requirements on V1 Executive Charter. It's going to be part of JETCARD. I'm going to walk you through JETCARD, and then there's going to be a video coming out either tonight or tomorrow morning, hopefully, with a full tutorial on how to operate JETCARD. But I'm going to go through basically that video now. So if you're watching this now, you don't have to wait for the video to drop. You'll have the full tutorial if you're unfamiliar with what I'm talking about with JETCARD and all this stuff. But anyways, what JETCARD has opened up in my world of flight simulation is BBJ operation. So this is a BBJ livery. This is actually, I think, a Trust Bank livery. I think Whiskey Throttle did this one as well. There's some cool BBJ liveries out there, but this aircraft is in our executive charter fleet now. So if you are into flying BBJs, or maybe you want to join the VA that so many of you have asked me to do for so long, and finally it's here. We're officially doing it now through JETCARD with our executive style, if you will. It's not necessarily, it's passenger, but it's executive transport, right? It's going to be a whole lot of fun, And USMC in the house, thank you for the $2 super chat, my man. I did see your, you should have been accepted as well, brother. I saw your application earlier, so you are accepted. You're ready to rock and roll. But thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate you. Happy Sunday to you. You like the PMDG house livery? The PMDG house livery is pretty nice too. It is pretty nice. But here we are, ready to rock and roll, and it's just a good old 7.3. We haven't been in a 7.3 in a long time. I've got my WinWing set up with Moby Flight, so we're going to try to use the Fans 2 CDU FMS today, and we're going to get back to some heavier metal. I know a lot of you love the private jet stuff. Trust me, I'm in love with it, but this is how we're going to, make all sides of the aisle happy, because a lot of you want to see some more airline stuff. Well, here's an airliner, and it's a BBJ. Everybody gets to win, right? So, who we got in the house here? Evan, good to see you. Bill's Mafia's in the house. Good to see my man. Jack, YouTube's in the house. Chris PT6, how's it going, man? Dude, I just saw your text from the other day. The guy fishing under the bridge. I saw that last night. I was laughing, man. Hope all is well, Chris. Darth Russ is in the house. Chris PT6 is actually still leading the pilots, I believe, for mileage flown. I'll show you guys that later. But Chris is in the lead right now. Or at least he was. I don't know. Maybe some other planes have landed. But Lena Zane, good to see you. Nabil Hamdoui, how you doing, my man? Nabil, well, we were DMing about, man. Let's go. Let's go. AA Ron Hastings is in the house. AA Ron, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Hope you stick around. I've got some stuff that might be interesting for you, for your neck of the woods here once we get up to cruise. Got a lot of different things to talk about. Mostly around V1 Executive Charter and JETCARD and what we are going to do. So we are going to actually open 2 for sure, possibly a 3rd crew base on this flight for our company in preparation for our expansion of the Sovereign, and it's also going to diversify up our flying. And we're going to have a European theater, a South American theater, and also an East Coast hub, which we are going to open up on this stream. You're going to notice if you are in JETCARD right now, our utilization is pretty good of the airframes. We're sitting at right at 100 pilots, and I think I don't know how many flights are live right now. Let's take a look. But wait, there's more. So let's take a look. Before we fire up our BBJ, I'm going to show you exactly what to do if you are new to JETCARD and you don't know anything that I'm talking about, and you're like, what is this JETCARD? But it's interesting to me. I would like to do it. So first off, all the orange aircraft, those are our aircraft. Look at all those guys, and we are taking over the skies right now. We've got there's Flight Sim guy right there. He's in a Citation 10. Let's see, we've got another. There's an Embraer. There's Elena Zane. She's where's she going? Norfolk to St. Louis. We got someone up here coming out from Canada going to BJC. We got Fox Gaming going into Portland. I mean, it's excellent. It's excellent. We got someone taxiing. Mickey G's on the taxi out. Look, Mickey G. Oh. We also have, this is where I was going to tell you, for those of you that didn't know what, you don't know how to fly corporate jets, we have a select few business jets and ACJ. So we do have 2 Airbus 319s. We got 2 Spirit Airbus 319s. Mickey G's in one of them right now. 507 NK, resurrected from the scrapyard. 507 NK was the first aircraft that I ever flew at Spirit, and it took off out of Fort Lauderdale. So it looks like Mickey G is on the inaugural flight. He's operating as Prestige 507. He's going up to Portland. Wow, that's going to be a heck of a flight, man. My goodness, that's going to be a heck of a flight. And we have also a couple 7.3s, and I'm going to talk to you about that right now. It's not just corporate jets, but it is corporate jet heavy and centric, and that is the bread and butter of the company. But I do understand that we want to have some diversity in the fleet, so that's why we're adding some of these aircraft, such as the BBJ, ACJ, and maybe, who knows, maybe a wide body in the future. But TCAS RA, thank you for the $10 super chat. Congrats on your executive charter company. Looking forward to more of the biz aviation content. TCAS RA, I am right there with you, man. I love it, dude. It couldn't have come at a better time with the release of the Phenom, the upcoming release of the Sovereign, the Falcon 50 hopefully soon at some point, and then JETCARD dropping. It's just good to mix it up. We've been flying tube-liners and tube-liners for so long, and I have nothing against tube-liner flying. It's just fun to mix it up in the sim. And maybe, if you're starting to feel a little bit of burnout or just kind of losing interest in flying the same thing over and over, maybe you want to get into something like JETCARD. So let's do a quick crash course on what you would see if you click the link in the chat box there and you went to FlyJetCard.io and you purchased JETCARD. JETCARD right now is a one-time purchase of $20, and it's not, don't think of this as a virtual grinding company tycoon building thing. That's not what JETCARD is. It's not really what the vision is of the company. The vision, from what I've gained reading and seeing what they're posting about, is it is a professional ecosystem of realistic corporate and chartered events that allow you to become a pilot in that world. So for instance, when I was flying Part 91 charter, I had my jet that I was working for primarily. That was my primary owner. I had 2 owners on a jet. We managed it for them. We flew it, we washed it, we cleaned it. But we don't fly all the time. And when you don't fly all the time, you still got to go out and make some money, right? So we do what's called contract trips or charter trips. Some of it's word of mouth, some of it's somebody, and they're like, "Hey, will you go? I need a CJ pilot to go from here to here, or I got this trip coming up. Do you know any CJ2 pilots?" Right? So that's kind of the world that you're going to be thrown into with JETCARD, and when you first sign up, when you first show up, you're gonna have a screen similar like this. You're gonna have a logbook that's gonna be empty, and you're not gonna have anything to do other than look for your first flight. Your first flight, you're going to pick from the charter board. There's all kinds of options. These charters, they live live. They're doing FIFA events. They're doing sports charters. There are thousands of different flights you can do at different mileages, different payouts, and there's nothing that's going to force you to complete this or else you can't unlock this. That's not really the goal of JETCARD. It's to just put you in an ecosystem to give you a different reason to fly. As you start doing charter trips, your reputation is going to increase as a pilot. As your reputation increases, you become more desirable if you want to join a specific company, and you will also increase your every trip you do, you're going to get paid for. And if you want to open up your own company one day, then you can get some money, you can take out a bank loan, and then you can open up your own company and have some buddies and fly around with, and that's what we're going to kind of talk about right now. But at the end of the day, it's not an on-air, it's not a tycoon, it's not you have to do this to do this. You're not building FBOs and hotels and crew rest and put your airplane here, park your airplane here, pay for that. That stuff is cool, but in my opinion, that's a different category of program. Me personally, that's not what I'm looking for. I know T-Tut Company is. He's a huge on-air fan. And there's a lot of on-air fans. A lot of you asked me about on-air, and I looked at on-air briefly from the outside. I thought it was cool, but it's just not. It's a little bit too much for what I wanted, for what I want out of my sim experience. So JETCARD hit that perfect balance because, especially for someone who's been in the industry, albeit it's been over a decade since I flew a corporate jet, but somebody who has been around that industry, the realism factor is there, and it's pretty cool. All right, so. Right now, let's say this is kind of a live breeze through tutorial because there will be a video on this, but you're like a step ahead. Let's say you've done some charter flights, you've selected the flight, and you're like, okay, I've done it. I wanna fly for V1 Executive Charter. How do I get my trips? And this is the biggest difference between working for a company and not working for a company, is how you get your trips. So, and it's important because if your goal of getting JETCARD is to come fly for myself, for V1 Executive, you're not going to be familiar with how to generate a trip, and that's the most important part. So that's why we're going to do that live for you right now. So let's say that you've got JETCARD, you've joined, and you're like, all right, I'm part of V1 Executive. I went through the application process. I'm hired. And you can see this company. We've got 100 pilots, 46 aircraft right now. We are running it a little light on airframes just because I don't want to fill the fleet with airframes and then the Sovereign come out. And now we have a ton of Sovereigns and then a ton of airplanes that aren't being flown. And then when eventually the hype train will die down a little bit, right? So the highs are going to come down, and then the leases are going to start getting ready to come to fruition, or you got to pay money on that, and then you're going to end up with a lot of debt, and we don't want to do that because at V1 Executive Charter, our company goal is to come up here and dethrone the #1 spot. We have multiple goals. That's the end goal. The #1 goal is to dethrone our friend Blue Games, Blue Arrow Executive. He's sitting at 14. Our secondary goal is to beat Alpaca Executive. Once we hit Blue Arrow Executive, we're then going to match his pay rate. Right now, everyone's getting paid $15, or $15, excuse me, 15% of your trip. Once we dethrone Blue Arrow, I will match his pay rate. Every step above that we move up as a company will be a 1% increase in your pay. That way, if you want to work for V1 Executive for a while, gain money, and then start your own company, you're going to be free to do so. Right now, we've already climbed the leaderboard. We're at number 27. We've generated $3 million in revenue. We've done 129 flights, and we have 100% reputation, which we take seriously, right? That's part of being executive charter. There's two types of gamers out there, and simmers alike. You have one gamer who, a game comes out, the first thing they want to do is know what all the cheat codes are, and then they can figure out the cheat codes, and then they play the game in 10 minutes, and then they go leave a review on Reddit saying the game sucks and there's not enough content. And then you have the other gamer who's like, I don't even want to know what that stuff is, because I just want to play the game the way it's meant to be played, because I'm going to get enjoyment out of it. You're not cheating anybody else, right? So that's how we look at reputation at JETCARD. We want to be a very highly reputable company. We want to keep it at 100% rep, and we want our pilots to fly at 100% rep. We do have track logs. We do see what the aircraft is going through. So if you just want to, you know, get on JETCARD and try to game the system, you're not, I mean, have fun doing that. I mean, you're only cheating yourself out of the content. This is not something that you just sign up and grind for. It's something you buy and you add it to your sim and you have fun with it. So right now we're sitting at number 27, but that was a little side tangent there. Let's go back to the company. All right, this is us. I want to book a trip. Now that I work for V1 Executive, what you need to do is your trips tab is going to be where you find your trips. Your charter no longer is going to be, you're no longer going to be able to fly charters for other people unless there are some market trips, which there happens to be 2 market trips for V1 Executive Charter. This is basically the company has contacted us. So Solana Clean Energy has contacted V1 Executive, and they want to do this contract. Langford Capital Group, they've contacted V1 Executive and they want to do this contract. They have different payouts. These are one-leg segments, and that's where you're going to find that. But those are going to be not your primary means of generating a trip. You're going to come over here to the trips, and you're going to first select an aircraft. These are going to be the available aircraft that are not currently reserved. If we look at the fleet option, you'll be able to see, I'll just alphabetical sort it. We got 2 319s. We got 2 of them in flight right now. We've got 5 BBJs. I'm in one of them. I've reserved it for this stream, so I am in one of the BBJs. Then we have a Challenger 650 for the X-Plane fans out there. We do have 1 Lear 35A. We have a slew of Citation 10s. That is our primary moneymaker. We love the Citation 10 here. I love the Citation 10. That is our primary moneymaker. It has a great margin. You can fly it high, efficiently, and fast, and it makes a lot of money. We have 1 TBM 850. We've got a Legacy 650 for the X-Plane fans as well. And we also have a slew of Phenom 300Es and 3 Honda jets. So it's kind of hard to see which one was available. So the easiest way to find the jet that's available to you, just stay on your trips tab, and here's your options. It will show you where each aircraft is currently at. All right. I see a comment. I just got to address it real quick here from JetKid. He's a good salesman. Look, I've said this before. Sometimes I feel like I sound like a salesman. I'm not getting any financial kickback from JETCARD at all. I was a partner. They did send me the program for free. I did get a free code, so I did not pay the $20 for JETCARD. But that's it. I'm not getting royalties. I'm not getting paid to promote it. It's just when I find something I'm passionate about and I think it will make your time fun or make your simming more fun, I want to share it with you, because that's my way of being able to give back where you guys have given so much to me, whether it's been supporting me through job changes, moving across the country, not producing any content, keeping your memberships, donating, whether it's a super chat or gifted subs, liking the videos, just watching the content, being receptive of the content, right? So because of all that, that's why I do this, is because you guys are so receptive and you guys enjoy what I do. It makes it even more fun for me to do it. So it's like this endless loop. We just keep feeding off each other, right? So when I come across something that I'm like, man, this is super fun, I think a lot of the people that watch my content are going to like this, I get excited and I want to share it with you. So that's literally what we're doing. Is if you're not into JETCARD, I know some of you aren't going to be. That's totally fine. But for me personally, I was kind of on the edge, like, man, I don't know what to fly. I don't want to fly another this. I don't want to fly another that. We've done so much of this. This is just going to kind of mix it up, and it's a way for me to give you guys some more fun, because we've got a lot of stuff in Discord. We're going to do some challenges with it. We've already got flight trackers. We've got landing of the week. We've got hard landing of the week. So we've got all this stuff that's going to really make it more enjoyable for you. So that's really all we're doing here. And then as far as right now, I'm just trying to tutorialize a video that I'm going to make for you, so you know what to do when you do get JETCARD. Brimlin upgraded a commercial pilot, my man. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Very, very kind, man. F14 Dom dropped 20 gifted subs. F14 Dom, thank you, dude. Very kind. Appreciate the support, brother. Hope you have a wonderful Sunday. If you get a membership from F14 Dom, shout him out, say thank you. He's been a long time supporter of the channel. Very generous supporter, getting the memberships out there, which they will help you with your application process. If you're a member of the channel, you basically, your app goes to the top. You definitely can fly for free, like non-monetary member, but I have to find a way to sort applications because we just get so many. So I've got to put those that have given to the channel, I'm giving right back to you. I'm saying, hey, if you want to come fly for us, your application's coming right to the top, because that's just my way of giving back. Michael Williams had an interesting comment. He said, fun fact, VEC is one of only 2 charter airlines with 100% rep, which is pretty cool. And that's what we're talking about. That's we want to fly with professionalism and with prestige, aka the call sign is prestige. So that is pretty cool to see that. All right. Let's rock and roll, baby. Nabil Hamdoui upgraded to commercial. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, Nabil. Thank you so much for being a supporter of the channel. And dude, even just like from your videos, man, you've given so much to the channel already, man. I'm so thankful for what you've already done with the videos and content, man. So it's always a pleasure to have you on board the streams. All right, Prestige Worldwide, V-Pilot. That's where it came from too. That's where it came from too. That was actually going to be, that was the joke name of the company, and y'all voted for it. Couldn't believe it. But anyway, now we've got Prestige, kind of, you know, so if you've seen Step Brothers, you can think about that every time you key the mic. All right, let's book this trip or we're never going to get off the ramp here. So, and I will do this on Iveo as well. I will do this on Iveo. I just haven't logged in yet because JETCARD is going to make everything so simple. This is what's so awesome about this. So here we go. You got JETCARD, you got hired by V1 Exec, you're ready to fly. I go trips, I select aircraft. I'm going to pick whatever one that's available and that I want to do and wherever it's located at. So for me, I'm picking the aircraft that's going to be, well, it's assigned to me right here. This is the one that's assigned to me, so I'm going to pick that one. The reason it's assigned to me is because I know the tail number 5 Victor Golf. We'll get into that later. But all right, so now, how am I going to generate a trip? There's 2 options. You can do return to origin, which is going to bring the jet back to where it currently is, which in this particular case, we kind of want to get out of Boeing Field. We want to return it to base. The base right now, our only base right now, is Burbank, California. We got great scenery. It's a fun little flight down there. So I'm going to select return to base, and I'm going to do 2 legs minimum, or 2 legs maximum. You can up this to 6 legs, or 6 legs if you want to do 6 legs. But the minimum is 2. All right, so we're going to do 2 legs. You can put in a filter here, but I'm not. I'm just going to show generate. Let's see what they got. Oh man, I like that one right out of the gate. Jeez, go to Phoenix. I think we should do that one. Oh, you can't see the drop downs? Oh, that's right. Sorry. Well, you should be able to see this. I hit generate. Boeing Field to Phoenix. Phoenix to Burbank. Ooh, do we want to do that one, chat, or do we want to re-roll? If you don't want to do that one, you can re-roll. You can put in a min and let's do a max leg of 700 miles. All right, so I'm gonna do 700 miles. That's a great trip. I probably should do it, but I'm gonna re-roll it for something a little bit shorter, just so you guys know what happens if you get a flight that you don't want to do. You just hit re-roll. Okay. Ooh, this is a great one. This is a great one, but there's a problem. Not a problem, but something we want to try to avoid if we can. Right now, we've got 2 legs. San Jose, Burbank. Ooh. Do I want to do it? Here's the payouts. What's going to happen when I do it? The only thing is, look at this dashed blue line here. That is an empty leg. Airplanes don't fly or don't make money on empty legs, albeit realistic.
Bank angle.
Who's that?
Wait, boss man, did you say hard landing of the week? I'm on my descent into Burbank with our 319.
Oh,
I may get that
buddy.
recognition. Just saying.
Callie
Well,
Simmer is on her descent into Burbank with our 319. Thank you so much for the bank angle check, Callie Simmer. I do have a little latte with me this morning. Thank you so much for the support, Callie Simmer. Grease that landing. We have faith in you. I'll be sure to post Callie Simmer's landing rate live when she lands in Burbank. Appreciate you, Callie Simmer. VFD also dropped 20 gifted subs, my man. Thank you so much for the support, VFD. I know you took a shot at me a couple of video ago about tutorials on how to start the Phenom, my man. So thank you so much, dude. Appreciate you for the support. So you can fly one of the flights. You can fly one of the flights, Michael Williams, but you will have to complete the trip at some point, right? So you have to fly both legs eventually. You are being assigned an aircraft, and that aircraft is going to do 2 legs. The reason you don't want to do 1 leg, and I've gone over this, is because if you do 1 leg, people are just going to start flying airplanes all over the world and then just abandoning there and selecting another tail number. So this kind of keeps the jet, it kind of keeps the user in check of where they start flying the airplanes around. And I get it that you want to fly multiple legs, or just maybe you just want to fly 1 leg, and that's fine. If you only have time for 1 leg, do 1 leg, park it, that trip is still yours. I'm going to show you. Let me re-roll this one more time because we don't want to go empty to burr. Let's do another re-roll. Oh my goodness, can we get a 700 in a Tahoe? I think that's the one. I think that's the one, chat. TVL with a short flight to Burbank. Okay, I want to do this one. We're going to accept the trip. So once I accept the trip, it is mine. I've got 2 legs, okay? As long as you don't dispatch that second leg, it's going to be yours whether you shut your computer off, come back the next day, that's fine. And there's no like hard limit for us in terms of V1 Exec, like, oh, if you don't complete your trip in 1 day, we're going to release you from the airplane, you're going to lose your trip. That's not it. It's just, if you got, a day or 2, that's fine. But if you're in one of the high earners, so like right now, the BBJs, they need to stay flying to pay for themselves. They're very expensive airplanes. The BBJs and the 319s need to stay flying. But if you're in a Citation 10 and you said, hey, I want to do a 4-leg trip, but I want to do it over 2 days, done. You can do 1 leg today, do 3 legs tomorrow. Heck, you can do 1 leg, 1 leg, 1 leg. As long as there's not excessive aircraft holding, which we can keep an eye on the aircraft utilization time, it's going to be totally fine. And remember, I don't want you to join V1 Exec thinking, oh my gosh, I have to grind so hard all the time. It's not that. That's why I don't really like those types of VAs that say you have to fly this many hours after this. No, this is all for you to have fun and step into this world of being a charter pilot. And you don't get to pick, you can kind of pick your flights, but they're going to get rolled to you, and it's on you to make sure that everything goes well, right? So that's what makes it exciting. So this is us here, Boeing Field to South Lake Tahoe, private wealth, residence travel, Whitney Grimes, 10 passengers. There's going to be a story that you can read for the sake of time. I'm going to go ahead and just skip that for now because we've been talking for a long time. So let's go to dispatch. Once I hit dispatch, boom, it's going to go ahead and get you the entire briefing. It's going to get SimBrief set up. It's going to get you the call sign VEC. I've already sent a message to Beyond ATC to certify the Prestige call sign with VEC. So if you're a Beyond ATC user, hopefully that will be coming to fruition soon. You'll be able to use Prestige on Beyond ATC. It will also leave a note automatically when you file on SimBrief for VATSIM or IVEO. Call sign is Prestige. So use it with pride. All right. So here we go. Boeing Field to South Lake Tahoe, the 737. We're in tail 5 Victor Golf. 5 for V1 Exec. G is for guppy. So anytime you see a Gulf, that's a guppy. You know it's a 7-3. 528 miles. We got 2 hours block, 390, alternate of SFO. We got some basic information here. So weather is clear, 10 miles. Hey, that's pretty sweet. Briefing. We've done this multiple times on the channel, so I'm going to skip this for the sake of the video. Operational flight plan. I'm going to have this in the jet. First thing I look at, though, before I go anywhere else, let's just make sure we got enough gas. We're not going to get hosed here. We know the weather is good, so I'm not too concerned about it. They got us with 13,000 in Boeing Field. We'll have plenty of extra gas there. All right, they got yeah, because we've got 3,500 for San Francisco. Perfect. The weather's good. If the weather was bad, that might be one where you think about, okay, 2 go-arounds in Tahoe, and then what am I shooting, a low visibility approach in SFO? So this is one of those routes.
Professionalism and prestige. Don't tell him about this suspicious floor-to-ceiling pole I had fitted in N13 VC.
Uh-oh. Thank you for 14 Dom for the bank angle check, man. We'll keep it. I don't need to know about it, man. I don't need to know about it. Thank you so much for the bank angle check, my man. Appreciate you. I guess that's why those window shades were all down low when you were flying, right? So That's awesome. Thank you for the bank angle check, brother. I really appreciate you. Again, this is part about being a V1 exec pilot, though. If you think you're might need the certain route, you may not have flown. I don't remember the last time I've flown to South Tahoe. I've never taken a BBJ in there. I'm telling you right now, if this was real, and if this flight that we were doing right now, the weather was kind of low in Tahoe, I would probably uplift my fuel maybe another 500 pounds, because I figured out 2 go-arounds in Tahoe, can't make it. What's the weather in SFO? Today it's clear in a million, so I'm not worried about it. But this is one of those routes. SFO is often cloudy. Tahoe is often windy and cloudy. Might want to take a look at that. You get a full-blown weather briefing. Airport operations, so we're picked up, our jets over here at BFI, don't have to worry about that, but it will tell you when we get into Tahoe. If there's an FBO, it will tell you where you're going to be parking. This one, we're just going to find the commuter parking for a BBJ. We got to make sure we find enough space. Ground operations, this is when we're going to go through the motions. There is a huge, there is an update coming allegedly to the J phone, which will change its functionality a little bit, but you want to make sure you come over here. We're going to get a fuel order in. We'll call for ground power, catering, and then we're going to stand by on the ready for boarding. And those are things you just want to get checked off. Let us know that you're thinking about your passengers and thinking ahead, right? VATSIM pre-file, if you are not banned on VATSIM, you can pre-file it right here. And it says, remarks, call sign, prestige, fly jetcard.io. See? Done. Send it. You're good to go. Flight tracker. That'll be the flight tracker. You can see our live traffic, but it won't be in orange. It'd be cool to filter that by orange. You can put the radar up on this map here. You can see we're staying out of the weather. All right. That'll be the flight tracker map for you. ACARS is under development, and then the financials of the trip, so operating costs and all that stuff. You don't have to worry about any of that. As long as you've dispatched, you're ready to rock and roll. Oh, you can't see the screen this whole time? Nice. Sorry, guys. How long has that been on there? Well, you know what I'm talking about. I basically went through here. I went through weather. I showed you the airports, ground ops. We called for fuel, catering. We actually just got the messages back, so we'll just come here. We'll clear out our message log, our text messages. We've got 3 messages. GPU is confirmed, ready to go. JETCARD ops, they're ready to go. We'll let them know when we're ready for boarding. All right, VATSIM pre-file right there. Flight tracker, got the radar. Turn it off, I don't need it. ACARS, financials, you don't have to worry about those tabs. All right, so I'm just giving you a live tutorial on life as a V1 exec jet pilot. As you get ready. Looks like AirMed just came out. Convective Sigmet valid from 40 Southeast St. Louis farm. That's going to be east. That's out over here somewhere. Oh, geez. Yeah, look at that. They're moving Sigmets around. Got some weather out there in the middle of the country. Be careful, my VECs out there. Let's see if anybody, real quick, let's see if anybody's out there flying in that part. Not quite. They're staying north of it. Elena Zane's probably staying north of that. That weather's somewhere over here. So... what is she in? She's in a Phenom 300. Oh, yeah, she's going to take good care of that bird. So, all right, you can see there's going to be... Prodigus is going to be coming up to VGT with us here real soon. And there's myself. So, we're ready to rock and roll. I've done everything I need to do. At that point, you can just go ahead and put this away. So I'm just going to go to the dispatch page. I'm going to leave it here on the briefing, and then I'm going to just minimize JETCARD, and I am literally done until I send the boarding queue. So that's it. All right. Sorry that took a little bit of time, but I wanted to really go through how you book a trip as an employee, because that is the biggest difference. And if you haven't read the manual, it might be kind of confusing. And if you're confused, then you're not going to enjoy the program, right? And I want you to enjoy it. So let's rock and roll. Let me, what I'm going to do now for IVEO users, it's very simple. I just go to my sim brief on a separate tab, which I'm not going to show you right now, but I'm doing it behind the screens, I just go to my sim brief. The whole flight plan is there, and I just go pre-file IVEO, and it's done. So if you're flying on IVEO, pre-file, it's set, submit flight plan, done, and now I'm going to go ahead and connect to IVEO. And it's already loaded. VEC, what were we today? 113. So I'll change the call sign 113, and we're a BBJ or 737. So let me connect B73. I'm going to do Las Vegas BBJ. Connected. VEC just jumped to 25 on the leaderboard. I love it, baby. I love it. All right. Totally ignore the chat for the last, let's see, how long? 41 minutes. My gosh, we've been talking for 41 minutes. Hit the like button for yourselves. Thank you for standing by. Also, completely unrelated, does anybody know if you can turn this little nubbin on in the FMC? Is this an option? I love this little nubbin here on the 7.3. I don't know what it is, but it seems to be livery dependent. So, that's pretty cool. But let's go ahead and get our jet fired up. Oh, look at that. Look at Mickey G must be having a hard time watching this stream. There's a lot of good Boeings around here. All right. Let's go ahead and get the aircraft fired up. I'm going to pull up this, and one thing to note, when you do the GPU stuff from the J phone, like, it's really just for the JETCARD program. It's not going to actually connect your GPU here in the sim with these third-party airplanes, so you're going to want to just do that yourself. It's literally just to get you in the mindset of thinking like a corporate pilot. There's things you got to do before you get to the jet. There's things you got to do while you're at the jet before you board. There's things you got to do after you've taken off and before you land, and then there's things you got to do after you land that aren't flying related, and that's kind of what JETCARD gets you in that mindset with. Pairs really good with the Phenom, and it pairs really good with actually pairs really good with Phenom. It's going to pair really good with the Sovereign too, because you got passenger management and all that stuff. So GPU cart, let's go ahead and request it. Once it gets requested, we're going to fire up this Boeing business jet. Battery switch is coming on, sounds are up, enjoy it. Ground power connect. Yes sirree, here we go. Radio check in Renton. Or sorry, Boeing Field. I didn't know if that guy... There was somebody in Boeing Field I thought or close by. Utah Bank. T-Tut, what's up, man? Catching up, but I hear I'm... Oh, no. T-Tut's, he's listening on probably 2x speed. He caught up. He heard me. He's here to defend himself. What's up, brother? Hope all is well, T-Tut. Hope all is well, man. I'm on 22.8. I'm on 22.8. I got a loud and clear from someone, so we might just be too far away. All right, let's go ahead and start with our overhead flow, please. Let's get these into nav. Man, I've been looking at those corporate jets all week long. It feels good to kind of be back in the 7.3 swing of things here. We'll do that. You guys notice something different on the overhead already? This is cool. What's this? Auxiliary fuel panel, which we don't have right now. It looks like a ground transfer. BBJ can go a long way. Go a long way in the BBJ. All right, we'll come down here. Screens still haven't powered up yet. I do have my setup, my FMC setup. That's good. We'll come out here, then we'll go do our walk around. Kind of waiting for these screens to pop up so we can do our hydraulics check. Let's do that here. System, hydraulic, pressure 60, 92, 92 on the... All right, excellent. Let's go ahead and start from the top. Let's get the yaw damper on. We have center tank fuel just a little bit. We'll get that on. Coming down this side, we'll go APU gen. Leave you on battery, that's fine. Coming through here, this all looks good. Emergency exit lights. Chime only. Fasten seatbelts can stay off for right now. Get the window heat on. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. That stays off. Probe heats are off. Forward entry doors open. CVR test. Green light. Pressurization looks good. Duct supply, we've got the old one in here. We might have to change this BBJ. Let's go normal config. Auto, open, close, close. Cruise altitude. What are we flying down there today at? Flight level 390. 390 is set, and landing altitude is actually going to be something we want to look at. Field elevation. What is field elevation in Tahoe, chat? Let's bring our EFB over here. Oh, it's a different format, huh? Rip. Tahoe. It doesn't tell you here. Gosh, that's why I like that other format I was using. I'm gonna set, it's higher. It's high, isn't it? I'm gonna set 1500 for now. We'll come back to it. Get the logo light on, and we'll come back to that here. Let's go ahead and set up our pre-flight. So it's coming across the top. We're gonna go terrain mode on. Oh, that's not connected. That's a bummer. We'll go there. Auto throttle is engaged. Flight director is engaged. Top altitude, flight level 3900 is set. We don't know what runway we're going to take off yet, so we'll leave that. I guess we don't really need all that stuff on there right now. Let's go ahead and just keep that off. Oh, there we go. Let's finish this out. Let's do test. Boom, boom. Tapes and 8s. Wheel well is off. Beautiful. Checks. Let's go reset at back to rate. RTO coming across. FO side, everything looks good. Jip whiz in up. Gear handle is down. Park brake is set. Park brake set. Fire test. Cutout checks. Wonderful. Left, right. We know this works. Boom, coming down. We'll squawk 2000. Throw you on TARA. And then aileron rotor trim 00 door is set. Excellent. Cali Simmer completed the landing Portland into Burbank 501 at 75 feet per minute from Cali Simmer. Ooh. Cali Simmer, absolute greased it. Love it, Cali Simmer, absolutely. All right, let's go GPS left. That's a V1 Exec pilot example right there. 319 Burbank with a 75 feet per minute. That's who we plan to hire. All right, sim brief. Boeing Field, South Tahoe. Let's set the payload. Let's set the fuel. And let's select the route. Unable RNP, hasn't aligned yet. Good job to Cali Simmer. Mitchell Taylor, thank you for the 26 months of support. Appreciate you. Welcome on board. Matt Robertson, DG, welcome to Private Pilot as well, sir. I saw you joined earlier when we were talking. Appreciate you, man. Welcome back to the channel. Let's go ahead and load the route. Does flying from the left seat not mess you up when you're at work? Cam, I feel like it keeps me more current. I spent, I don't know, almost 8 years in the left seat, and now I'm in the right seat again, so I feel like I'm getting my right seat workout in real life, and I'm getting my left seat currency in sim life. Just trying to stay comfortable with both, my man. I could see where, you know, it would seem weird, but once you do it a couple times, you just kind of become ambidextrous. XP72 got a 370 feet per minute. Hire me. Oh, XP, you're hired, brother. XP, if you want to join V1 Exec, you are hired, my man. All right, let's see. Actually, hold on. Under further review of, I heard you had a Max H engine shutdown. I never got to see that. I got to go see that. XP's still hired, but we'll just, he's got to fly with a training captain. XP's got to fly with a training captain. All right, perf and knit. Let's go through this. Everything should be uploaded, so we'll do 43.8. Oh, are we not in... Oh, hold on one second. We are in Queen units here. PMDG setup, options, simulation. Performance? No? Aircraft? Displays. While I'm here, we got, where are our units? Oil quantity, inverse, metric. No, Imperial. Imperial. Brake temp will keep on. FCS will keep on. Fuel totalizer will keep on. Alright, there we go. Now we're back at it. Alright, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Route, perfinite. Here we go. Let's do 0 fuel weight. What's wrong with the 0 fuel weight? What's wrong with our 0 fuel weight, chat? What's going on here? Let's go here. Weight and balance. Load plane from SimBrief. Okay. Why am I just getting invalid entries? Perfinite request. Let's do that. Let's do a perfinite request. Let's do that. Let's load that. Here we go. All right, we're BBJ, so maybe that's the BBJ difference. All right. Excellent, excellent. N1, 27K, no D rate out of here, 99.9. They paid for it. We're going to make sure they know it. CG 23.8, flaps 5 coming out of here. QRH V speeds on. We're going to be dry. Runway wind 0. The slope will do, we're going to be conservative, so we'll do negative. .1. I know it's flat. Excel altitude is going to be 1,000 for us at V1 Executive. We're not doing any of this funny business stuff. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 all the way across the board, please. No Euro numbers out here. It's American as it gets in Boeing field. All right, QRH on. It's not giving me any V speeds because we don't have a runway. This is what happens when you don't fly the 737, chat. My goodness me. All right, let's figure out where we're getting out of here. See? Good thing we're flying virtually, not in real life. Keen to hold down VC from down under. Cheers, Dups, my man. Thank you for the super chat, brother. We're going to have an Australia division. Don't worry. We're going to have a Australia division, my man. Don't you worry. All right. Flight plan. Where art thou? There's not just a route page. Gosh, I don't know what format this is. Here we go. So now we're going to direct Cigna. So let's go ground ops again. Or no, flight bag, navigraph, departure. What's the wind? 290 at 7. So, ooh, are we going to use 3-2 left? 3-2 left, I think. Yeah, 3-2 left. Okay. 3-2 left, and we don't have any. We can file the Kent one. It's just a vector. So we'll throw that in the box. We'll throw that in the box. We're going to do 3-2 left. Oh, we can only do the cabin one. What does that change? Just a direction, that localizer. 3-2 left, initial climb. Perfect. I like it. Execute, legs, departure, arrival, Tahoe. I'm just going to load in the RNAV 18 right now. Let's see what we would do it off of coming from this direction. We'll load the 18 off of Hetry. Execute. And I don't actually think they filed us on a star. They did not. So we're going to just keep that as is right there. Okay, so route, legs, route data, winds request. Let's get the winds in. While those are loading, let's get the APU fired up here. Seatbelt sign can come on as well. They have a pre-hire check rate of 20 knots for XP. Oh my gosh. We're gonna get off the ground, Chad. We're gonna. This is what happens when the CEO. This is why the CEO doesn't fly very much. Spent the last 24 hours looking at Discord channels and fleet management, financial planning numbers, and trying to find fleet numbers. All right, we can go ahead and load that win. Execute, VNav, next page. Oh wait, you know what we need to do? We need to change our fans A. So PMDG, options, simulation. Do they not have the fans A on, or fans B? Fans 2. Yeah. So now we have a VNav button. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now it matches forecast. That's what's throwing me off, chat. Come on now. Let's load that. Execute. Done. All right. I think we're ready. I think we are ready. Get you on the legs page. Another Citation 10 airborne? Hell yeah. 3-2 left is heading 315. Look up the actual course line. But it's clearing a million, so we should be all right. Let's go N1 takeoff. QRH on 25, 25, 38. We'll set 138. We're going to be absolute rocket ship. 138. We're going to be LNAV, VNAV. LNAV, VNAV, 138. Speeds are set. Trim, 4.55 units. Expertly set. I love it. Okay. Quick route review, and then we're getting out of here. All right. Where's my route button? Oh, I don't have a route button. It's the menu button. Now that's fix info. There it is. Okay, cool. Boeing Field, Tahoe, operating as Prestige 113. Vector departure, cabin 1 to Zig, direct Teoma, J5 to Mustang, and then a direct. I'm actually going to put KTVL in. It's going to add some distance. It might give us a fuel misconfig, but we okay. We'll put the airport in there after FMJ, so we clear up that disco. Moving to legs. We're off Gen X, at or below 1,600 feet. We got to pay attention to that. Kurt, cabin, vectors, zigged. Zig, Teoma, Summa, Powell, LKV, Barb, Hart, Pyram, FMJ, direct to the airport. Got a total route distance, 591 miles. That matches our dispatch plan. It's a little bit longer because I added the runway in there, double back for the direct for the airport. So that checks out. Looking at performance, let's see, we're 27K, no D rate, 16, climb 1, motors, flaps 5, 23.8, 4.55 is set, speeds 25, 25, 38 set, LNAV, VNAV 390, I'm flying, you're coming with me. That's all I got. Questions? No questions. Let's close up shop and get out of here. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to do the J phone, don't forget your J phone. And we're going to get the AOK from them to get out of here. Then we're rocking and rolling. I'm off to spend the day with my nephew, so I won't be here too long. Alberto D, get out, enjoy the sun, man. It's a beautiful day, brother. It's a beautiful day. All right, fueling is complete. Let's get all this on. That's on. Seatbelts on. Sterile sign is coming on. Well, it's not sterile. It's a chime on that thing. We're standing by. Forward entry door is open. That's our A-OK to leave. So, ground operations. Let's get on the bus. We are on the bus. Release. They're gone. And actually, let's go ahead and you can remove the chocks. Door management. It's closing. Now, I can't get rid of this little default tug, which is unfortunately, we're just going to have to taxi over. Well, we burned the center tank fuel out. Oh, yeah, I guess we just didn't have any after we fixed our fuel. Center tank fuel pumps are off. Anti-collision light is on. Start left. And let's go init. N1 takeoff speeds, legs on that side. Cockpit to ground. Ground to cockpit. Get ready for all clear for engine start. Roger that. We'll see you out front. Have a good one. Those are coming on. That's coming on. Doors closed. Hydraulic panel. Pressure set. Ready to turn engine 2. Let's crank it. Nope. Packs off. Bleeds on. Here we go. Cranking 2. BBJ cam. Take it easy, Berto D, brother. When we get to cruise, we're going to open the crew bases and we're going to vote for the European base. We have some options. Should be about 25%. Fuel on. Alright, I just verified with JPhone. We are all clear when they are. Good start on engine number 1, Cap. Boom. Auto. Let's cool it off a little bit. It's probably hot in here because we didn't have the APU air on. That's on me. Alright, that's up. We are going to be flaps 5. Flight controls. We have packs, Phoenix Galaxy. We got 10 passengers. We got the all clear from out front. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and breeze through after start checklist. Let's go ahead and run our recall check here. We got 6 flaps 5. Trim is set in the 4.5. We'll go blank the lower ND, blank the upper ND. Run it. Anti-ice is off. Generators on. We go ahead and kill the APU. Air conditioning bleeds. Is that? Yeah, auto set. I couldn't really tell if that was an auto. Set. Flight controls check. Recall check. Let's go. Boeing field traffic. Are we Boeing field? Are we 22.8? Yeah. Yeah, Boeing field traffic prestige 113. Going to be taxiing runway 32 left. Boeing field. Oh, Tahoe is 6260. Thank you, Thrust Set. Thrust Set, you're hired, brother. Put in an app. 6260 set. Brakes released. Taxi lights coming on. I'm going to look out the right wing so we don't see ourselves taxi over the default Microsoft tug. Oh no, Miss V1, don't tell me you started laying the flooring without me. Don't be messing up those planks now. Seriously, babe. Oh my gosh. See, we're skipping some work today, chat. We're supposed to be laying flooring right now. Miss V1's getting a little excited. Don't be messing up those flooring planks now. This is what happens. I own a company now, babe, okay? Come on. There's only one way to learn, that's right. I prefer she learned when I was there. Alright, that's coming on. Why don't I have a flight? Okay, yeah, there we go. That looks good. Flight path vector is on. We're going 3-2 left. Taxiing out. This is full length pretty much right here. You got this, Miss V1, says Team Tut. Thank you, brother. Alright, let's run a quick brief here. Alright, taxi checklist, takeoff data and bugs. We're closed out, flaps 5, 100.1, 138 on the speed. Close out receive check, flaps 5, green light, stab trim. Double check, 455, 455 set. It's a little bit nose heavy, that's okay, I like it. Takeoff brief complete, HUD, in-op, generators on, air conditioning bleeds, auto set, MCP ND. I'm flying, you're coming with me. 315, 138, 390.
Maybe some emotional support whiskey.
Hold on, who was that? F14 Dom for some emotional support whiskey. My man, thank you for the bank angle check, dude. Very kind, appreciate you. I'm gonna need some whiskey after I see the damage that's been done at home, huh? Yeah. I have some pictures she sent me. I'm refusing to open them. All right, MCPND is checked. PA is complete. Lights set. Let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll. All right. No one's on final. Let's go. Prestige 113, departing runway 32 left to Boeing Field. Lights coming on. Since we don't have autos, we'll go cont to make everybody happy until we get autos installed. Prodigious, thanks for the 5 Canadian, my brother. Says from his V1 sim floor laying. Also insurance in case I created this BBJ into VGT. Oh, Prodigious is en route, my man. All right. We'll make a note of it. We're going to see what Prodigious landing rate is here. How far out are you, Prodigious? Thanks for the super chat, man. I like my little BBJ view. You guys like the little BBJ window? It's not even a window view. It's just a view.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Hi.
This latte is not for you.
What?
It's for you to pick up one on your way to give to your better half lovingly. Cheers.
Callie Simmer. I didn't even need to switch the screen to see which one that was. Callie Simmer. Thank you so much. Indeed, done. Consider it done, Callie Simmer. Consider it done. I'll get her a, it is horchata season. It is horchata season. Absolutely. Thank you, Callie Simmer. Very kind. Here we go. Let's spool them up 40. Max Yoga's in chat. I'm going to be quiet. Here we go. Yoga. Gosh. we go. Almost before the numbers.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Fly with. Already at 1,000 feet. Oh, it's at 1,600 level off. Okay, well, we're gonna fly through that. Ignore that. Flaps 1. We're gonna fly through that 1,600 foot restriction. We actually hit it. We actually hit that 1,600 foot restriction. We actually hit that. Unbelievable. Clean it all the way up. Flaps up after takeoff. No, we briefed it, Vodka. I didn't think we were actually going to hit it. Forgot how to fly a 7.3 after flying all these corporate jets. See if it feels different. A lot more work than the fingertip Sovereign. Alright, let's get headed in the right direction. Let's do an up and after. Sounds are coming down real quick here. Sounds are coming down. My gosh, need more trim. What are we doing? 15 degrees nose up to maintain 250 below 10? That is just disgusting. That is just disgusting. Legs, let's go ahead and let's bring Teoma to the top. Execute. That's going to be a left turn. We'll get turning. That's coming off. That's coming off. Verify the cabin is moving. She is climbing. Everything looks good. APU and ice is off. We're in the turn. We'll redirect it here in a minute. Listen to that. There's like that. There's a growl on the 700. I don't know if that's is it a BBJ growl? Is it the 700 growl? This is the default sound pack on this one too. 1,600 was a suggestion. Hey, I won't tell the chief if you don't tell the chief. 5 miles up, so it's nice to see you fly the BBJ. I fly it as my full-time job. Great plane and challenging flying. Man, I can only imagine. That's got to be a lot of fun, dude. Taking a 7.3 on BBJ trips. Or just, that's really cool, man. Fly like a dream. Please remember to use. Oh, yeah, Vodka. We're going to talk about the SOPs on approach. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, brother. Is that? What is that? Is that traffic? No, I don't have traffic. Oh, my. My EFIS isn't hooked up to this aircraft. I think I only hooked it up on the 800 and 900, or excuse me, the 800. I don't think I hooked it up on the 700. Does fly great though. Gotta hand it to PMDG. She hand flies nice. Every time I take off in this PMDG, I'm always, that's good. Alright, we got a straight line from here on out. I think she's pretty good on the trim. Look at that. Nice and trimmed out. Let's go commande. Let's turn the sounds down a little bit more. Let's get back into full screen view here. Let's close it out. Let's make sure we didn't miss anything while we were doing single pilot ops. That's good. That's strobe. I think my angle is off on my overhead binding view. I think I need to be a little bit more like this because I'm having a hard time telling which position the switches were in. Let's rebind our overhead view to that one. All right. There's standard STDs for you, me, and Prodigist. Actually, I don't know why the Boris isn't in sound making. I think it's because when I did the Boris one, I did it before I had this one installed, and I didn't reinstall Boris. So I got Boris on my 800 and I got default on the 700. Not by intention, but ooh, I can't wait to look at this cabin. All right, so if you're still here, man, that was a rusty takeoff. Rusty 7.3 experience. It's been it's been over a week since I've been in the 7.3, so this is good. I'm glad I'm doing this now because I'm going to be back in it all week. Gross. But a little rusty. We got to sharpen up here because we got Tahoe though. But when we get to cruise, we got a BBJ cabin to look over. I haven't even been back there. Looked at it myself. So we'll look at the BBJ cabin, and then once we get to cruise, we are going to open our new crew bases live. And right now, let's start the poll. So for East Coast, the East Coast base has been decided. I have to look at the poll results. The European theater base is what we're voting on. Vodka, do you remember what our options were? Teterboro is going to be our East Coast base right now. Northeast is going to be Teterboro, so that'll be our second base in the company. Will be Teterboro. I need to remember, we were discussing this last night with my management team about the European options for bases. What happens if a pilot accidentally elbows a window latch and the window comes open on the route? What happens after that? You mean like in real life, JJ Stevens? Well, you wouldn't be. The window's not just going to open up in flight, dude. You think of the pressure against that window. Now, you could probably get it open before it fully pressurizes, but it's not going to be accidental. So we had Nice, France. Oh yeah, Nice, France and London City. Nice, France and London City. Where do we want to, or no, it wasn't. What's just southwest of Nice, France? It's that Camden? Or Lugano was too short. Remember we decided Lugano was too short of a strip. Cannes. So I think it's either going to be or Dublin. I said let them crash it. All right, let's put the poll in right now. Aaron is our Irish lad representative. Which base in Ireland did you want? Did you say Dublin? I'm going to make a poll, and whoever settles on the poll, whatever poll settles, that's going to be our European base that we're going to open. Aaron wants Dublin. I need the ICAO for Dublin, please. If you could help me out with the ICAOs, it helps me from toggling monitors. I'll even spell it Europeanese. Theatre, T-E-A-T-R-E, European theater base. EIDW, that's one of them. That's for Aaron. Then we had LFMN for Nice. We liked LFMN because it was, we didn't want to use, no, we don't want to use LFMN. We want to use LFMD, Cannes. Because LFMN is your primary airport, and we wanted to use something that's for like jet, corporate jet, a little more corporate jet centric. So LFMD would be Cannes. LFMD is option 2. All right. Whichever one, classic V1 poll, whichever wins, I'll consider. Shack Oatmeal, Marseille, France, French Riviera, LFML. I think I discussed that one. LFML. Let me take a look at the. What's the LFML? Do we like LFML? We got 2 more options. I think LFML is a good one. LFML. Which one seems too remote, Callie? LFML does? Look at that view coming off the other side. I know, Switzerland or Tromsø. Okay, let's do Tromsø. Let's put Tromsø on the poll. So, what's Tromsø's ICAO? Tromsø is just amazing. How about the poll is going to be Dublin, LFMD, Tromsø. What's Tromsø's ICAO, Vodka? ENTC, thank you. And then Geneva, Dougal? ENTC is pretty far north. Let me see on the map how far. Because you got to remember, it's going to generate trips from there. Ooh, gosh, you know what? But there are airports around there. There are plenty of little airports up there. I'm not opposed to Tromsø. Yeah, I'm verifying them in JETCARD too right now, Vodka. So I found a way to just like check them. I don't know if you did too, but you just go to the thing and try to fake move it. Let's see. Let me see if Tromsø is supported. ENTC is supported, yes. LFMD is supported, and so is Dublin. So we need one more. Yeah, we're not. So here's the thing. We're not trying to utilize the main, commercial jet airports. You got to think we are a corporate jet charter here. Look at that view. So Innsbruck is an option. I've thought about Innsbruck. And we also have to have good airport scenery there. There is a lot of Ibiza flying. I do like the idea of throwing Ibiza on. Remember, I'm getting ready for the poll. All right, let me look at Ibiza. Is there a secondary, or Ibiza? Is there a secondary airport for corporate jets there? Because kind of being down there would be an option. Remember, you guys are going to vote on this, so whatever you vote for, I'll consider. I didn't know if there was like a secondary jet airport, LEIB. I mean, LEIB is pretty good. Yeah, LEIB. I like it. Okay, so this is it. You guys can decide. Again, it's all subject to my vote. I'll let you guys have fun with that. Look at that. We're already reaching top of climb. 38 for 39. Seatbelt sign is coming off. You're now free to move about the cabin. We did talk about Calvi, Vodka. I tell you what, whatever... The problem with Calvi, Vodka, is it's almost so far south. You got to remember, you got to generate trips around the base, and there's going to be a lot of people that don't want to fly super far. So if there's not a lot of airports, like for example, if you want to fly the Phenom and you don't want to really exceed 500 miles, you want to have good options around the hub. The problem with Calvi is, I mean, we're gonna normalize the freaking Calvi approach. I feel like that's just asking for trouble. Neil, is Les Bourgettes? Is there any sceneries? I know there's scenery for Farnborough. Is there any scenery for that? Think about that. Like, it's because we also have to have a good actual scenery in Microsoft 2024 at minimum. A third-party scenery. I know the Ibiza scenery is nice. That's why I kind of lean towards it. We can always run a secondary poll with whichever wins this poll. We got 101 votes. I would like to see the vote. I'm going to let the vote run until we get over at least 50% participation. So if you're in the chat, especially if you like flying in Europe, there is 4 airports up for vote right now. It's going to be our European theater home base. And we can always, take the number 1 on this one and put it on another airport. Dougal McTavish has been around the channel since I first hit that go live button almost 7 years ago now. Dougal, if you could pick any airport in Europe there that is not a primary airport, if you can help it. If you can only come up with a primary airport, that's fine. But is there an airport in Europe that that has a good third-party scenery and is not a primary airport per se, and you think it would be a good home base for a corporate charter company? If you have an idea, let me know what you think. And then maybe we'll take the winner of this poll and put it against Dougal's. Just keep in mind, want to keep your rep intact. Exactly, Callie Simmer. Exactly. That's what we want to do. We want to keep... That's why we got to be careful. And listen, the application process, which we'll go over here in a minute. Well, we kind of already went over it, but to be hired, you're going to have a minimum rep if you're not, like we already talked about, if you're not already a member and all that. If you're just applying off the street hires, totally have a great shot. But we've got to know the reason we require your reputation to be a little higher than default is because we want to know that you're going to be competent flying in and out of some of these challenging airports. And a vodka, if you're still here, or Zippy Zapple's here too. Zippy's going to be Zippy and Dougal are going to manage the European theater. Zippy, we need to come up with, if you can send me a DM or ping me in the manager chat there or whatever, I would like to come up with a min reputation SOP or like criteria that if your reputation falls below a certain threshold, you are subject to termination from the seniority list. Just because I feel like if the personal reputations are dropping, that means you're actually pinging the company rep as well. So we got to come up with something that's Geneva gets my vote. What's on? Oh, Geneva. Okay, Dougal. What IKEA was that? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the winner of this poll and we're gonna put it against Dougal's suggestion, and we'll shrink it down. LFML. All right. Oh no, LSGG. Geneva. What'd I say? Geneva. Hold on, is it 2 different places? Geneva? Or is it Geneva? Which one is it? That's why I need ICAO. LSGG. Listen, this is why we don't fly. This is why we don't fly in Europe, because you guys just make fun of me all the time. Why would I want to go over there? LSGG. All right, I trust Nabil. He says Geneva. Okay, Geneva. Oh, Geneva, Switzerland. I know where Geneva, Switzerland is. Okay. Okay. Let me look, first and foremost, let me make sure that it's supported by JETCARD. So let's do that first. It is. Okay. And let me look statistically on a map where she is. What kind of mileage we got around there. It is north, but it is... Ooh, look at that airport, though. Right on the lake? Dougal. I do like that. Looks pretty. Oh my goodness. That's a good central location. Okay, I think the pole. I see the vision. Was based there for 20 years. Great place. Okay, LSGG. All right. Chris PT6 says it's calm and busy. Okay, so it's going to come down to, I'm going to make a new poll. It's going to come down to Geneva or Dublin. It's going to be a fight. We're going to fight it out. It's going to be Geneva or Dublin. This will be the end. And we'll start the timer and we'll run this one all the way out. LSGG. Well, I'll put EIDW on top just like it was last time. LSGG. All right. Fight amongst yourselves. This is the final poll for the European Theater Base of Operation. And while you guys vote, I am going to do a cabin tour. Great idea, Friction Mafia. Great idea. So let's go take a look at our cabin. Because I'm actually kind of curious. I've noticed little things different in the cockpit, which is cool. Like actually before I leave, this little fuel gauge down here. That's the aux fuel tank. I bet, which one of you had the 7.3F? One of you took it 5,000 miles. I think Bill's Mafia took this thing 5,000 miles. I bet you that aux fuel tank was full. All right, let's go ahead and hop out and take a look at this. Oh, very nice, very nice. We still got our cabin. Cabin lights are being automatically managed. Okay, automatic cabin lighting. I like that. You guys know how I feel about cabin lighting simulations. Emergency equipment. Only. I mean, that wood looks pretty good. This is spacious. I mean, I have never been on or stepped foot in an airline transport category aircraft that's configured as a business jet. So this is very cool. This would be awesome. Oh, chat, we spotted a cup of coffee. Hold on. Oh, we got two little croissants. How fitting. We got two croissants. Well, we're not going to France now. We're going to, looks like we're going to be going to Geneva here pretty soon. They have croissants in Geneva? I know they got chocolates. This must be Genevan chocolate. Oh, look at that. That's a Clipper mug. Transatlantic Tour 2019. This is an actual, I think Rondazzo was on this. Real life. PMDG operations. That is our $30. What is it? $20 cup of coffee? Hey, you buy 2 Starbucks, it's almost $20 depending on what you get. So I know y'all give PMDG grief, but that's a pretty dang good update. That looks good. That's definitely Swiss chocolate on there. And it looks like LSGG is going to be the base. I'm sorry, AA Ron. I gave you a shot. That's all I could do. For our Irish lad himself, I gave you a shot. I let you pick one airport, put it right in the poll. But the people have spoken. The people have spoken, AA Ron. Mathematically, yeah, it's cooked. All right, let's open our new European Union base. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my laptop. You guys get to see this live. And what kind of fleet we want to send over there? We'll send, how about we send... This is where I got to be careful because I don't want to send too many I don't want to get too many airplanes because I want to have a lot of sovereigns. Let's send 4 jets. All right, Switzerland's not the EU. Sorry. Whatever. Send Europland. It's over there. Let's go ahead and send. Let's send 2 10s and 2 Phenoms. Should we do that? You think we can swing 4 jets, or is that too much, Vaga? Should we do 3 10s and a Phenom? You want to do 3 10s and a Phenom? I want to be light. I want to be running heavy on pilots right now because when the Sovereign update drops, we got to be able to load it up. No more? No more jets? No more? What do you mean? No more what? I'm speaking to my CFOs. Leave 1X out. I'm flying there tonight. Well, if I've got a loose X, we could send one over. Let's open up a base live. So actually, I might have to do some admin stuff real quick. So let's go ahead and add a new base. LSGG. Confirm Geneva. Purchased. All right. So LSGG is open. Should I assign? We can actually assign pilots to fly in the European, like we can TDY people and force them to fly there. We could force them to fly there. That's funny. All right, let's take a look at the fleet. I did my admin work. You can see now what we got going on. So right now, we've got a Challenger 650 that looks like it landed in Burr. We got any open jets right now? Man, we don't have any open jets. We got 1 TBM. We do have an open Phenom in St. Louis. Let's send a Phenom there right now. It's open. It's sitting in St. Louis. I'll tell you what, let's send a Honda jet over there too. Let's send 1 Honda jet, 1 Phenom, and then we'll buy 110. Since the 10s are the money makers. So we're going to send this Phenom over there. We're going to AI ferry you to LSGG. Confirm ferry. Make sure I'm sending it to the right spot. I am. We're going to send it over there. And I need to then open up this aircraft and manage reassign base. Confirm. So we've now just based a Phenom in LSGG. Excellent. Hold on. I'm back here to my company real quick. Let me see my live map. Look at that. We got a lot of traffic going into Burbank. Man, are y'all on VATSIM or Iveo? That'd be so cool hearing each other calling. The Burbank Tower is going to be like, who the heck is Prestige? Where are y'all coming from? Let's see if we've got... Okay, so it doesn't show the base yet. All right, let's go back to our fleet. And let's scroll down. TBM is here. So 1 Phenom is there. Let's send a Honda jet over there. I'm going to reassign base. Now, anybody want to ferry a Honda jet all the way over there? That'd be something. Now, let's AI ferry her over there. Let's send you over to LSGG. So we've got 2 jets sitting over there. And then we're going to get 1 more aircraft because I've got another 21 applications on the table. Neil MK says, I've applied for a job for Europe. Excellent. Excellent. We're going to do some additional hiring here live as well. Well, you won't be able to see it, but I'll read the names off. After this stream, the open market hiring is going to be closed, and it's going to be strictly application based. Just because we're kind of at that size right now where we've got to start being a little bit more selective. But that doesn't mean you can't get on. It just means you're going to have a little skin in the game, because the higher your rep, you're going to get, like right now, if you have a 50 rep, you're pretty much automatically hired. If you have a 50 reputation or above right now, you're pretty much in. For those of you that are below 40, you're kind of at the bottom of the totem pole, but I'm strategically adding people in. So if your application hasn't been approved yet, don't worry. It's just that I'm trying to time things out, because Skyward Sim, this is, if you don't know, the Citation Sovereign it's ready to be released. They are literally just waiting for Microsoft and Azobo to update and push it out. So it is ready for release, and you are that's what they're waiting for. So it could happen. It could happen tomorrow, and when it happens, I can't just buy 20 sovereigns and then no one is flying phenoms or 10s, right? So we gotta keep the mix good. Monarch Air Group is where it's at. No, we're coming for Monarch Air Group. I'm sorry, brother. We've got a spy in the chat. We've got a spy in the chat. We're coming for the top. All right, let's get a 10 out there. So we're to go to aircraft market. Citation 10. There's none based out there, right? Already, no used ones sitting out there. Sometimes you get lucky and get a used one, but all the citations are coming out of Wichita, Kansas. So let's get a new one. Oh my gosh! Before I do that, I got to see what tail we're at. So we set our tail numbers to match close as possible to the airframe. So for example, 507 NK, these are 2 Spirit birds. Those are the exceptions. 1 Victor Golf, that's a guppy, 737373, right? All the Victor Golfs are guppies. Victor Bravo for Bombardier, Challenger 650. Victor Lima for a Learjet. If we get another Learjet, it'll be November 2 Victor Lima. Victor Charlies are the Citation 10s. So we need to figure out what we're at. 11, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think 18 is the highest one. So 18 Victor Charlie. We need 18, number 18. So now let's go ahead and get a 10. Straight 10. These are all new out of the factory. Doesn't matter which one you click on. We are going to lease it. I am doing 12-week leases on these because now we're accounting for hype die down. So our hype die down, we're going to figure, is in about 3 months or so, and we don't want to have 3 more months of leases to pay. So we'll be able to be in a position to either shed leases if people are starting to stop flying, or we can re-up if we need to. So that's why we're down to 3-month leases now on these birds. What'd I say? 18 Victor Charlie. That's already registered? Really? Okay, we'll go to 19 Victor Charlie then. 19 Victor Charlie. And primary base is going to be Geneva. Let's confirm it. And I will, instead of, does anybody want to, here's a thought. Does anybody want to fly? I tell you what, I'm going to leave that in Wichita Falls right now. We got to open our Teterboro. Let's do that. I'm going to hide this from y'all for a minute. I'm going to get into my admin tab. We're going to open up one more base. We've already established that's going to be Teterboro, and I'm going to send this citation to Teterboro, but it's going to be based, or it's going to have a jet there that needs to get to what's it called? To Geneva. All right, so we have a Teterboro base is now open. Looking for our Citation 10 that's in Wichita Falls. I am going to ferry it. I'm not going to ferry it all the way to Geneva. It's too far. It'd be too much money. I'll take a $5,000 hit. That's fine. But it'd be like $25,000 to get it over there. So we've got a Citation 10 that's in Teterboro that needs to get to Geneva. Can I be a chief in Teterboro? You are. Yes, Bills. Absolutely. You'll be our. So I've got an idea, Bills Mafia, and I need to talk to Water on this. We're gonna structure some of the Discord roles. So right now our roles are kind of limited within JETCARD. There are going to be more roles, at least on the roadmap, kind of the idea map that I've seen. But what we're going to do is we're going to take it a step further within our Discord build. So you will be our Teterboro chief. And if you need more jets or less jets or different types of jets in Teterboro, you can DM me, and then I can speak with our CFO and I can see what we can move around until we can find the right balance. So you're going to be my Teterboro chief for sure. Dougal, if Dougal is going to be involved in JETCARD, Dougal, you'll be my Geneva chief. If not, I'll have to. We'll have to have an internal vote for the Geneva European chief. So, right now, we should have some jets out there. We've got 2 jets. Let's take a look. Let's go to our fleet. Let's filter by location. So we've got 2 jets sitting there. We've got a Honda and a Phenom. And I'm trying to see. We've got there's a 10 in Teterboro. It's a Honda jet. Let's go by aircraft type again. Are all the 10s flying? Golly, all the 10s are flying except one. Vodka, you'll move the TBM. All right, send the TBM to Geneva as well. Yeah, send the TBM to Geneva. Vodka, do we want one? Do we want a Learjet? You want a Learjet out there? Zippy, you're gonna be my European. You're gonna be my European Union chief. I got plans for you, Zip. Dougal says, I hate to bring tone down, but I've had to restart chemo, so I won't be around much. My man, Dougal. I'm so sorry to hear that, dude. We're going to be praying for you. We know you're a fighter, man. So we'll keep you in our prayers, and we wish you a successful battle once again, man. We know you can do it, man. We'll be here with you, Dougal. All right, get a Lear, Vodka says. All right, we'll send one Lear over there. Learjet 35. Oh, look, it's already an EGTK 5.5 mil. I almost want to buy it, but since we're opening bases, I won't. We're going to lease it. We'll keep it on a longer lease. Actually, you know what? Let's put the Lear on a 9-month lease. Cheaper up front. We know we want to keep it around. Well, no. 36 is long. Let's stick with the standard. So this is going to be November 2, Victor Lima. And you're going to be based out there in Geneva. All right, so we actually need to start down, guys. We are we already almost there? No, there's no way. What's wrong with our top of climb? Reset MCP altitude. VNAV 410. Okay, let's go to 41. 41. Up we go. Is there Caribbean ops available? Not quite yet. In the future plan, though, for sure. We are going to open a South Florida base. I just don't know which one yet, my friend. I just don't know which one yet. Let's go ahead and get back into some of our management here. What's the magic number for pilot rep to make the cut? Right now, well, Antonio Air, you're already a member of the channel. So I said this before. If you're a commercial member, you're automatically accepted. We're just filtering pilots coming in now because the applications are so high, and we don't want to have too many pilots and not enough jets. And I can't buy a ton of jets because the Sovereign is so close to release. I need to save room for the Sovereign. So we're kind of in a bottleneck right now, but that is going to change. But if you're a commercial member, you're automatically, and if you're a private member, it's what did we say? It's like you just gotta have we just have to have 2 flights because we just want you to know how to operate the program. If you're not a member of the channel, you can still join. It's not going to hurt you. You're just going to have a higher rep, which after this stream is going to be a minimum of 60. Right now, if you have a rep of 50, and it doesn't matter if you're a member or not, if you have a rep of 50 right now, you're pretty much considered automatically in. We're just filtering Okay, oh my gosh. Well, I think we are half back. So, oh my gosh. We're going to continue. We're going to complete the flight. We're going to complete the flight. I think something got screwed up. So, you know, when you lose internet and then it kicks you out of the sim. So it kicked me out of the sim. And when it did that, it got stuck on that because then it came back. It was like going in and out so quick. It was kicked me out, no internet, then the internet came back. And then it got hung up in between on those transition screens. So the stream is still live. Okay, that's good. We're back. I'm booting it right now. I'll tell you what, we were 180 miles from top of descent. I'm going to try to just load in the PMDG real quick, and we're going to continue the flight. I don't know if I can reboot JETCARD. This will be a good learning experience for both of us. I don't know what happens in JETCARD if you crash the sim or the sim crashes. We'll find out together here. I'm sorry, guys. You can't resume it, Vodka? You sure? Well, Mr. You saw how much you spent on FBO. Think nah.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Are we sure it wasn't Mrs. B1 trying to get your attention with the flooring? Smile.
Thank you, Dom, for the bank angle check, my man. I appreciate you. Now, you know what she did? I was actually, while I was stuck there frozen, I was looking at the flooring that she had started, and yeah, we're gonna only be able to do one leg. We'll get this airplane on the ground, but because I do want to just complete the flight at the very least. So yeah, give me a second. My pre-crash on Jack and considered the leg complete. It even gave you the reputation. Interesting. If PMDG had auto 7. No, it lost it. Has lost it for more than 2 minutes. This may be an error, but you should verify your flight is still tracking. View the flight tracker page. And up and running, already made it restart the flight. It says review the flight tracker page to ensure conditions and distance to destination. So let me hold on. I got an idea real quick. PMDG doesn't have autosave, but let's see, where were we going? TVL. So we were like, where were we? Like right here somewhere? No, we were probably a little bit over here. Like right here. Set as departure, airborne, 31,000 feet. Let's just see what happens real quick here. We're gonna try something. We're gonna try something. Anybody know what fix we were going to? Oh, it's gonna get a little wild here for a second. It's gonna get plumb wild in the words of what's that weather guy? Ryan Hall.
89.
FS actions. PMDG, panel state, load. Is there a cruise? Oh my gosh! No, PMDG, panel state load. Execute. I don't have a yoke, chat. I don't have a yoke. So hang on to it. Hang on to it, Chief.
Caution, terrain.
Hang on to it. Selling airplanes.
Caution, terrain.
Look at the PLI there.
Caution, terrain.
I've got a yoke. We got it.
Bank angle. Positive rate of climb. Bank angle.
Good. We got it. Easy does it. Screens will be on here in a second. Screens will be on here in a second. I think. What did JETCARD ping me at?
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Ah, it appears you returned to the menu. No. No, it still says I'm airborne. I'm in cruise. I think I'm still... Yeah, I'm still tracking. We're still tracking on JETCARD, guys. We're still tracking. I'm coming around to 180.
Bank angle.
Here we go. We got thrust. And thrust we trust. Let's go ahead and just... we're not going to use any of our wind wing stuff. Let's do a couple things here. Let's do this. Okay, so... Let's just go Command A, heading select. Let's just go to 39. 39. Give me a level change up to 39. 7-8. Or do 7-3 in the climb. Coming to 180. Alright, alright, alright. Let's do this. Let's do this. Wait and balance. Load plane from SimBrief. Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on. Because everything is still tracking on JETCARD. Everything is still tracking on JETCARD. So we're going to save this. Boom. We're loaded from SimBrief. It's going to be a little bit heavier, but it should be no problem. Why are we coming or one... Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, why are we not turning... There we go. Now she's re-engaged. Fuel panel config, that's normal. We're looking good. We're looking all right. We're looking all right, chat. We're looking all right. We're going to KTVL. Let me do this. Let me do this. It's going to pull the route in and everything. We did not die. Upset recovery training with no yoke. I did that wrong though. You always want to, when you're nose low like that, it should be roll first, then pitch up. I wasn't sure what I did there. I will load the route. Uplink loading. We've got it, chat. We're saving it. We are saving it. Never give up. With a sim crash. Don't jinx us yet, though. Don't jinx us yet. Look at that. Activate, execute, legs. Let's see, I see Barb over there. Let's take Barb, bring her to the top, execute, VNAV data, cruise 390. And knit, we might have to do some more index and knit real quick. Let's bring this in. Let's do a perf and knit request. Let's go LNAV. Do it manually. 58 reserves of we had like 4. I wish I could pull our own zero fuel. Not giving up yet. We're not giving up. Let me pull my SimBrief flight plan and see the zero fuels. $86.4. Invalid. A bit late for Perfinite. Blairy's World, my man. My man, Blairy's. Thank you so much, dude. Let's say, so we're going to be estimated 92.8. Let's just say 81.8. 0 and gross. That's fine. All right, I just want to get some VNav working. Look at that. Look at that. VNav. Keep the seatbelt sign off. Logo's off. We're cooking. Auto throttle is probably armed or not armed? It is armed. Why are we LNAV? Oh, we're just doing a slow climb. Let's dial you back. There you go. Look at that. TCAS, let's re-squawk you. 2000. Let's get Iveo back on. Let me close that. We're not giving up. We're not giving up, chat. 36 for 39. Blair's World, thank you for the $10 super chat. The holes align themselves today. Hope to get a base in Phoenix at a good old Jackson Jet Center up in Sedona. Oh, that's where, dude, that's where my wife worked when I met her, dude. She used to work up in Sedona. When does the green dot premiere? Blair's World. Well, I think we saved ourselves from a green dot today. I think we have saved ourselves from a green dot, my friend. Yep, she's reconnected. She's reconnected. JETCARD's reconnected. We're airborne. We're looking good. We are still tracking. We are in cruise. 38 for 39. We even have TCAS traffic. Traffic. Jesus, that's all I need now. I have control. Who's at 500 feet? I bet you that's another. I bet you that's another Prestige. Is that a Prestige on frequency right there?
That's funny.
It is. I love it. All right. Well, we have determined that if your sim crashes or PC crashes, don't give up. Reboot. I think maybe within a couple of minutes, reboot, climb to altitude or get back to altitude, and then try to reactivate. So I'm all for that. Look, we're going to have hiccups in PC world. So not everything's going to be perfect. But hey, I'm just happy we're back at it. Look at that. We're cruising. What's our TOD? TOD 119 miles. It's still frozen on my FMC. We were 180 miles to TOD when the sim crashed. We were 180 miles to TOD. So right now we're 118. We're only like 70 miles off, which is actually probably right where we would have been. Look at that. I love it. Okay. Let me get back. Blair's World, thank you again for the $10 super chat there. Sorry, I got super focused. Trailer Haters, welcome to Private Pilot. Glad to have you on board. And Big D1, welcome to Commercial Pilot, my man. Welcome on board. Glad to have you as a commercial member. If you're looking to get on JETCARD, consider yourself locked and loaded, my man. Thank you for the support, Big D. I know you've been a member around the channel, too, for a while. So, Tutco says, yep, I read that. F-14 Nom says, you forgot to meow on guard. We don't meow on guard. Come on, we are prestige worldwide. Wide. All right. Where were we, chat? I missed the shower. Should we continue our cabin tour? I did. There's a whole blown shower. Oh, now this is the lab I could get used to. I wish it was like this way though, so you could look out the wing view while you're on the loo. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Not bad at all. Not bad at all. F14 Dom dropping another 20 gifted subs. F14 Dom, thank you, my man, for the support. Just full of support today. I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you, F14 Dom. It's very, very kind. If you get a membership from F14 Dom, do shout him out. Say thank you. He's always spreading the love here on the channel. Love to see it. Thank you, sir. Matt Robertson's with a commercial membership. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you for becoming a commercial pilot here on the here on the channel as well. Where were we? I need a sip of coffee. Callie Simmer, thank you for the coffee. Appreciate you. V1 Executive is cracking the top 20. I love it. Everybody gets a 5% pay raise when we beat Blue Games. And then 1% per place all the way to the top. All the way to the top. And then once we take the top spot, I'll pay what I need to pay to to keep you guys flying. What's behind the door? Let's go figure it out. I don't know. And we'll go back to managing our company here in a minute. You know, I could get behind just keeping one of these BBJs for myself and managing JETCARD. This is a sweet view on the 700 that I don't think I've really ever set my camera view to. We're in the passenger view, but I like sitting behind the leading edge. You kind of get a sense of that nice wide 700. Oh, you know what it is? It's the lack of lines on the wing. The wing boxes are gone. You notice that? The wing boxes are gone. That's probably an FAA requirement for 121, but maybe not for BBJ. I don't know. I don't know. I was moving jets around. Let me get back to that. Oh, here we go. This is where all my chief pilots are. This is the chief pilot area. So the chief pilots have their own, I assume, two loos. Maybe? There's a closet. This is where the chief pilots are. I've got my CFO. Well, the CFO is upstairs with me and the system chief. And then our base chiefs and fleet chiefs is what we're going to have in Discord. Y'all are back here. So you still get pretty bougie seatings, you know. And then Fly Navy, we'll put him out on in the lab or something back here. We'll put him in this compartment. Can this open up? Well, yeah, Fly Navy, he's back here. This is where we take our passengers. That's a nice little shot there too. If we don't get a raise, we strike. Mickey G, you be careful now. Don't be spreading that type of narrative around here, okay? Ooh, they got hand sanitizer bottles. That's the first I've ever seen. That's good. What's going on here? It's locked. Can you not open it? Hey, that's funny. You can't open it. They're busy. This is the cigar section. Yeah, this is the cigar section. Virtual ALPA coming? Oh my gosh. Alright, let's get back up and do some business. Did you find the jump seat Easter egg? The one with the mess? I have, yeah, with the cookies spilt on the floor. It's funny, I posted a video in Discord a while back. I was like, I moved that same little bar and I'm like, why aren't the cookies falling out? No cookies have fallen out yet. Alright. Occupied. We need a 7.4 BBJ? Oh, when the PMDG drops, absolutely, dude. If we can get a 7.4 BBJ, if that's a thing. So what were we doing, actually? We were, let me go to our company and our fleet. And... oh yeah, we were getting ready to move that Learjet to LSGG. So let me move that Learjet to LSGG. It's only $1,000. She's in position. All right. So Geneva's got jets. Geneva's got jets now. Actually, Jawsbone saw... oh, no, not Jawsbone. I thought someone was already flying out of Geneva. Yeah, Eamon Burke's already got a trip. Check this out. Let's open this window up. Hopefully this wasn't part of the crash. Eamon Burke's already picked up the Embraer Phenom and LSGG. So if we go to the live map... oh, but he hasn't started yet. Once he starts boarding, we'll see him dispatch. What do we got going on out here in the Northeast? No one in Teterboro yet. Ooh, this guy's coming in legacy flight. Boston to Fort Lauderdale. That's a long one. Boston to Fort Lauderdale. There's us. Yeah, we're still tracking into TVL. People were talking about the leaderboard. So let's see. We eclipsed 20th place, 23rd. Yeah. We're in 23rd place right now. 23rd place. Gotta love it. Absolutely love it. And something that you can something that you can keep an eye on your J phone. If you go to your company tab, This is another way to see the quick ones that are available. So it tells you 8 available jets. There's 40 already flying. We got 48 aircraft, and there's 40 flying. So I'm gonna be tight on jets until tomorrow, because I'm hoping Microsoft releases the Sovereign tomorrow. If the Sovereign drops tomorrow, you can expect at least as many 10s as we have Sovereigns. Well, we definitely have a lot of Sovereigns, because the Sovereign, I think, is going to be an absolute moneymaker. It could be a little bit faster and further than the Phenom, but the same amount of, but it should be pretty efficient. So I'm hoping it competes up there with the 10. Speaking of, before we go to the cockpit and do our work, we are having a full livery set designed for the company as well, which is going to be a lot of fun. And I will show y'all a sneak peek if it doesn't crash my sim. So Whiskey Throttle, the man himself, is working on a custom fleet livery. Classy Traveler, what do you mean uh-oh again? Don't you be jinxing me out here. All right? Don't you be scaring me. Everything's fine. Do you want to see? I don't want to show the whole thing. I'm gonna show you the Sovereign. But I'm gonna make it real small, so you won't be able to see any of the details yet. It's work in progress, Sov. But here's the plan. So the way the fleet liveries are going to work, you'll get them from the Discord. November 1 of every fleet type. So for instance, we have November 1 Victor Charlie. It's the first Citation 10. It will be a flagship livery. It will have its own dedicated livery with it's got to have a difference than the rest of the November 2 VC, 3 VC, 4 VC, etc. They will all be uniform, and those will all be dynamic registration. So you don't even have to mess with it. As long as you don't have anything in your registration in Microsoft, when you load the flight, it will automatically populate the registration for you, and you'll be dynamic regged on the fleet. If you are lucky enough to book the flagship of the fleet, November 1, whether it's a Citation 10, November 1 Victor Lima, the Lear 35, November 1, Victor Papa for the Phenom, it will have a flagship livery, and then the rest will have the regular liveries. So here's a sneak peek at the SOV, which you may see later tonight. We'll see. We're going to French toast party tonight for dinner. But if Whiskey Throttle gets to me, we might do something. Boom. Did y'all see that? Let me show you another one. Oh yeah, Victor Echo. Sorry, Victor Echo is the Phenom. Sorry, you get what I mean? So like, the November 1 of every fleet type will have a slightly different livery than the rest of its own fleet, to kind of separate it, kind of set it apart. The Phenom, well, I think I posted the Phenom in the Discord, so if you want to see the Phenom ones are already, the Phenom teasers in the Discord. And let me really risk it for the biscuit, and let me pull out the Citation 10 teaser, and then we probably need to start down. So let me open Discord. Godspeed. Here we go. And for the 10... you're gonna want to see it in all its glory. So this won't do it justice, but when you actually see the details, it's gonna be spicy. So here's the 10. Oh, just kidding. Hold on. There's a 10. Still work in progress. Still work in progress, but you will have your own custom liveries for the fleet. So I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited as we get ready to. And remember, and one thing I wanted to mention, and I'm gonna mention it in the video. So if you already listened to the stream, you probably don't even need to watch the video limit or release. But it may help you in terms of some other things for booking. Yeah, we need to start. Well, I'm going to set 240 for now. I want everybody to keep one thing in mind for V1 Executive and for JETCARD in general, but kind of what I was saying at the beginning of the video. I don't want you to think that this is just I don't want it to become a grinder or a grinder mission for you. I want you to be excited to get an aircraft booked. I want you to be excited to do your trip. If you want to do a 4-leg trip, you want to do 2 legs in 2 days and spread them out, whatever. 3-leg, we'll go up to 4 days. 4-day trips are pretty common. After 4 days, that's probably what'll be the guidelines. Is after 4 days, I'm going to ask you to have your trip completed in 4 days, because after 4 in the charter world, at least in my Part 91 world when I flew for my owner, if it was longer than 4 days, they'd say just airline home and come back and get us. So if your trip isn't completed in 4 days, that's probably going to be the extent that we'll let you sit on the aircraft. Again, that's the BBJs and ACJ is a little bit different. Those need to be flying pretty much every day. Is a plane that booked and locked to that person for all 4 days? Yes. So if you book it, that flight, that trip is yours. So I want you, and again, this will be highlighted in the video. Start getting used to the 2 terms, trip and legs, or you could say segments. The trip is the entire amount of segments. So if I have a 4-segment or a 4-leg trip, that trip is yours after you dispatch that first leg. No one's going to take your jet. No one's going to take those flights from you. They are yours. So think of it as, hey, I'm on call for the next 4 days. I want to have my jet for the next 4 days, and that also allows you to say, okay, I'm going to have this set up for 4 days, and then if I do 1 leg, I'm going to close JETCARD. I'm going to go fly helicopter around. I'm going to go fly some airliner stuff. Cool. The next day, let me pick up another leg of my trip. That's when I got to do it. So I want it to be that mindset, not like, oh my gosh, get in, fly as much as I can, fly as much as I can, fly as much as I can, which is good. Right now, we are, as a company, we are trying to take advantage of the newness and the hype of the new planes coming out, because we want to move our company to a very desirable spot, which then makes it more challenging to be a part of, which makes it more fun to be a part of. So 4 days will probably be the limit on that, on holding the trips. But yeah, just remember to have fun. Like, if you roll a trip, here's the other thing, this will be on the video too. If you roll a trip that you think you're going to do and something happens, say you have a 3-legger, and after the second leg, you're like, man, I don't even, something's come up. I don't even want to deal with this anymore. I don't know when I'm going to come back to my sim. Don't just cancel it in JETCARD yourself. What happens is when you just cancel it, the reputation will take a hit. Financials will take a hit. What you want to do is tag a VEC chief pilot in the Discord, and we can release you. Just say, hey, this has come up, right? Just need to be released from my trip. And what happens when a chief pilot releases you from a trip, you keep all the reputation and the money that you've worked for, and that's it. Then the aircraft gets released, the trip gets dismantled, and we're done. So that's the proper way to go about it. So if you have something issue come up, it's not a big deal at all. Ping a chief and just say, hey, can you release me? I've got 3 more legs or 4 more legs, whatever. It doesn't matter. We will always release you, unless it's becoming like you're just a repeat offender, like you just fly 1 leg every single time and want to be released every single time. Then like maybe I might be like, okay, dude, can you fly 2 legs for me just once? So that's it. That's all I'll spiel about that. Is it just private jets? No, we've got BBJs and ACJs, and our fleet will grow over time. Our fleet will grow over time. But right now, we are being very strategic with our purchasing and with how everything's going. So, I hope you guys are excited as I am, because I'm super jacked. Let's go ahead and let's land this aircraft. Let's land this aircraft. So, electronic flight bag, arrival, Tahoe, charts, arrival, approach, RNAV 18. Let's take it off of Hetry, right? So, we gotta, oh, I keep thinking I can touch the, that's not gonna work. All right, so RNAV 18, we said Hetry. Let's do this. Let's go Hetry. Let's bring it to, let's go proceed direct Hetry now. Execute. That'll give us some time. Now we're kind of coming from the wrong. Well, let's do the other transition. We're going to put PMDG through its paces right here. Huyo, execute, legs. Huyo, top, boom. Huyo is a max 220 knots. I'm going to make Huyo a hard 210 at a 12,000. Get ahead of this vertical profile here. That's a hard 210 at 12,000. That is set. VNAV mins here. What are we looking at? We're going to be LNAV. No LNAV, VNAV. We're not LP. We're LNAV. MDA must do addition. Cat C 8160. 9110. Oh my goodness. A massive. My alert box is all jacked up. My goodness. I'm going to get to that 1 second. 50 gifted sub bomb. Hold on, let me get to this. Pete Ski. My goodness. A massive $50 bank, or a 50 gifted sub to the channel, dude. Thank you for a massive show of love and support, man. If you guys get a membership from Pete Ski, do shout him out, man. That is big time. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it. That is very, very kind of you. I think I said 60. It's 9110. 9110. Let's keep coming down. Yeah, I didn't even know. I was wondering why my sim was lagging out, Pete Ski. You gave me a heart attack there. I thought everything was going to crash. Just turns out I had an incredible freaking membership dono. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you, Pete Ski. All right, 12,000's buttons pushed. We're coming down. 1260 is set. We could HUD it, but I think it's going to be visual. A couple other things. We need to go VNAV. I'm sorry, no, progress, nav status, page 2, VOR update off. Page 4, RNP, point 3. And we'll leave it at 425. We're going to be higher than a van full of hippies. So let's get the speed brakes out. Let's do a legs. We got to do a turn in the hold at Huyo. Throw in a standard hold. We got to do a turn in the hold here. We got to get ahead of the jet here. We got to get ahead of the jet. Speed that. Oh yeah, 210 is there. She's coming back. We're getting ahead. We're getting ahead. Everything is good. They'll get these on. That's still on. That's all on. Pressurization's not set, but that's all right. Prodigy says my landing in VGT wasn't so bad. Cut it a little close with the runway end though. No clue how they allowed me to take a BBJ in there. See, that's the thing. If you're gonna rock the BBJ flights, thank you, Prodigy, for a $5 super chat, man. If you're gonna rock the BBJ fly-in, you do have to keep an eye on the airports that you may be going to. They're not going to hold your hand. You're not going to be landing on 12,000-foot strips all the time, right? All right, we should be able to stop. That's VREF add 5. Okay, one other thing. The standard SOP is either flap 40 or flap 15, so we're doing flap 40s only. We're doing flap 40s only. 40 at 108 on the speed. Look at that. Jeez. All right, we're 210. We're coming down. We're going to do one turn here, and then we should be good to go inbound. This descent is the perfect way of getting fired. No, we're not, you won't get fired. As long as you show that you're still in control and still ahead of the jet. We got screwed up because we're talking. I'm hoping you guys aren't streaming. Nah, you should be streaming. If you are flying for V1 Exec, you're a streamer. Stream away. If you get distracted, though, set up a hold, get under control, and then continuing. We don't want to be in a hurry and force a bad decision here. No cams. All my stuff stopped working. I half think that crash is part of Moby Flight, because the only thing that is still up is all the data on my FCU and FMC, and I was using Moby Flight. And Moby Flight disconnected and crashed. So I almost wonder if, I mean, losing internet is one thing, but then when it's going back and forth like that, it was having issues staying connected. I almost wonder if Moby Flight got tripped out. The Easter egg I mentioned is different. Deploy the jump seat and click on the... Oh, really? Hold on. I'm going to do this. Ooh. Hey, clean up after yourself. Yeah, that's... You don't want to put your sandwiches there. You don't want to put your sandwiches there. Nasty. Nasty. Yeah, we actually have two A319s. Now, keep in mind, for V1 Exec, we are a corporate jet company first. So we are focused around corporate jet charter. We will have a limited amount of BBJs and ACJs, because if those jets are flying, they are making a lot of money, right? So we will have a select few, but they will be, it's all first come, first serve. But here's a little nubbin that I'll throw at you too for V1 Exec Charter is our landing competition will be weekly, like the weekly landing, the best average of your landing rates, however many landings you did, and your feet per minute. I think that's what we're going for, or the lightest feet per minute. We're thinking of little perks. One of them I'm thinking of is you get to have an aircraft blocked for a day of your choosing. So, and it can be any aircraft. It can be a BBJ, it can be whatever. So if you know you only have 2 days off next week, and you're like, man, I would like to fly my sim on one of those 2 days, and you just won the landing competition, guess what? Just tell me which plane you want, we'll reserve it, we can block it off for you, and it'll be your jet for the whole day. Also for like the most efficient pilot of the week, so it tracks mileage, how many people have flown, how far they've flown, and how much money or revenue they've generated. So we're coming up with ways to reward you as well, which will be kind of cool. Any advice on, let's exit hold here. Any advice on transitioning to jets from the CFI? Nice, just started CRJ at a big regional. Waffle, dude, that is awesome. Congratulations, man. That is very exciting, man. Congrats on the next chapter in your aviation journey, dude. People will tell you, you ask 5 people, they'll tell you 5 different things, man. But what I'm going to tell you, Waffle, is study the material that your company is going to give you to study. So many guys are going to be like, oh, you should get this book, or study this, or you should be doing this. No. Study what your company gives you and know what they expect you to know. Once you get that done, then you can start going off and looking at the advanced books, or the advanced this, the advanced that, and maybe furthering your knowledge. One of the biggest things that's going to be new to you, I'm assuming, I don't know if you did it at your CFI job or not, but it's going to be flows. If you're unfamiliar with flows and checklists and how the song and dance works between running a flow and running a checklist, take a look at some of my check ride prep videos, do some YouTubing. But basically all the airline world it's going to be flow first and then checklist. Not every item on the checklist will be on the flow necessarily, so you have to know your flows. The simulator, the Microsoft Flight Simulator, is a great tool to start practicing those flows, because we have a CRJ, it's from Aerosoft, it's not that great, but what it is great for is learning your flows. So you can sit here, you can set your view in the right seat and start looking for switches, right? Pack switches, where's my packs? Left pack, right pack, all right? You can find it with your eyes in the sim, and you can get a sense of where that switch is gonna be, so then when you sit in that cockpit for the first time, you already know where you're gonna be reaching and moving switches for your flows. If you don't have to think about where stuff is, you're that much further ahead than the guy next to you and everyone else, because now you can focus on flying. You don't have to focus on where's that button, where's that switch, what's this? So that would be my recommendation to you, my friend. That'd be my recommendation to you. But awesome job, congrats, and best of luck, man. That's really awesome. Flap 40 Auto 3 is what we're looking for. That is set. All right, exiting hold. Exits armed. We're going to Obave after this. What is it called? My YouTube alerts are so far off right now, so if I'm missing anything, I do apologize. Pete Ski, again, man, thank you so much, dude, for a massive 50 gifted subs, dude. If you're in the Discord, you'll be able to see the leaders. If you go to, let me open it on my phone, not if you go to the JETCARD Center and you go to aircraft log, the aircraft log has everything. So right now, I can see Crazy Flyer just landed Phoenix at 3:45. That's about an hour ago. He landed 95 feet per minute. He was in tail 14 Victor Charlie, so he was in a brand new Citation 10. And he went back, and he's going Salt Lake to Phoenix. He's got it reserved. That'll be his next flight. Eamon Burke, Bombardier Learjet. He's getting ready to blast off out of Geneva. So that's going to be in the log page of the Discord there. You'll be able to see that. All right, we need to fly this approach. All right, LNAV, VNAV path. We're catching up to it. Set minimum, set 9,200 feet. Flaps 1. I'll get flight recorder up. Man, Echo 19 must have done an update to these sounds. Echo 19 must have done an update to these sounds. These are pretty good. Or maybe it's just the BBJ sound set that I'm unfamiliar with. Flaps 5. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the Echo 19 sounds. I'll be honest with you, I actually like running both. I like having Boris on my 800 and Echo 19 on the BBJ. Actually, I have Echo 19, I think, on the 700 series because I never reinstalled Boris. All right, recording is on. You don't see it in 1DSC. It might not be. It might. You might have to get the. Do you have the VEC tag in Discord? If not, we might still be refining it. So it might be a little bit. We might still be refining that. All right, we're over the lake. Let's open up the speed window. I don't want to slow down too far. Let's keep it 160 here. I don't want to slow down too much. Tahoe traffic, Prestige 113 is on a about 12-mile final into Tahoe. Any traffic in the area, please advise. Type 737 BBJ. We're out of 10. We'll get the rest of our lights. And I forgot we don't have autos on this. A little bit windy down there. Variable at 5, huh? Well, we'll see about that. It said 3015. Magic Barrel Ref says 3004. Man, if you haven't already, just a reminder, dude, hit the like button for me, yeah? Hit the like button if you like rescuing streams mid-crash. I believe that's worth a thumbs up button. Is the 150-foot tree still at the end of the runway? Sandman, we're about to find out together. I'm a little nervous. The new Discord channels will be on the left-hand side, and it'll be, say, JETCARD, V1 Exec HQ. It's in the V1 Discord. And we're still finalizing.
Traffic, Jamaica 608, 1 mile behind.
Oh, that kind of came in broken. I don't know who that was. I think I heard 18 miles. Starting to get the bumps. Alright, we're going into VNAV out. Autopilot's off. We're going to go visual from here. Flight director's off, please.
Approaching minimums.
Runway's in sight. We can go ahead and close the window. No, let's go ahead and bug it up. Give me the bird, please. Flaps 10. Do I use the bird on the 7-3? Every flight, man, every flight. Gear down, please. Flaps 15. Speed brake arm. We'll set missed approach altitude of 1.4 for now. We'll take control of the thrust levers. My throttles. We're coming back to idle. What was our net ref? It was 108. Flaps 30. Remember, SOP is flap 40 for us. Flap 40 or 15. We're definitely not going to do 15 on this one. We're getting a little bit higher than I want to be right now. 108 plus 5. We'll call it 113. Flaps 40's coming in. 4 landing checklists, please. That flap 40 is the juice. All right, remember, we have the thrust levers. All right, before landing below line. Speed brakes. Armed, green light. Gear down, green. Flaps 40. Green light. 4 landing checklist is complete. Tahoe traffic. Prestige 113 is on a 5-mile final 1-8 Tahoe. A little bit low. That VREF speed looks a little bit low. But I think our weights are a little bit wonky, because we did that in-flight reload. I'm gonna bug 117. Gosh, the wind doesn't help. 5-knot tailwind, a little bit bumpy, a little bit low too. Yeah, we have way more fuel. That we were supposed to be landing with like 4,000. We're about 6,000 pounds heavier than planned.
500.
Gosh, I get these huge sinkers. I want to climb, but man, we're a tad low.
400.
All right, we're going to let the auto brakes work on this one. Gosh.
300.
I mean, these sinkers are something. I'm having to juice it to like 70% N1 to keep from falling out of the sky.
100.
That's what I love about force feedback, though. You can feel that coming in ahead of time. All right, we got it
50,
made.
40, 30, 20, 10.
We forgot to call ahead, too. It's not good. I don't think we greased that one. Auto brakes off. Bill's Mafia already knows what I hit, huh? Did I hit a 168? Hit a 168, Bills, huh? I'll take a 168. Coming in here with that freaking weather. All right, let's go ahead and clean it up here real quick. Flaps are coming up. You take a listen to that. I'm going to stop the recording. Let's go strobe and steady. Off, off. Start the APU. Off the ground. Anti-collision. Reset to trim. 5 units. Clear off all the way around. And auto brakes off. Where are we parking? Straight ahead, I think. But we need to park it so we can turn it out if we were. I don't have time for a second leg after that debacle. So we'll save that second leg for later. That looks good to me. Brakes set. APU's on the bus. Shut them down. 2 then 1 are coming down. Transponder standby. Anti-collision off. Oh, I meant to do the other one. That's fine. That's coming off. Let's go. Window heats. Probe heats. Hydraulics. Emergency exit lights. Fasten belts coming off. We're on the bus. We can give them some air as we deplane. We'll actually go high flow APU. And I'm not going to open the door because we're a little bit late. So we're going to take a look at our landing here. All right, let's see how we did. So we're going to have some problems because if I open the J phone, go to the messages, you're going to see we never called ahead. Welcome TBL flights log on my end. Just return ship, say the word. So when I'm ready for dispatching the second one. Oh, sorry, you can't see it. I know. Sorry. Look at these messages. See, we didn't know you were coming ahead. We noticed you're on the ground, didn't get a heads up, so that's not very good. You'd request the transport and all that stuff in flight. That's what you should be doing beforehand, all right? So we messed up there. But what we're going to do is we'll go to the dispatch and we can complete the flight. So let's complete the flight. Ooh, that says a 324. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was going to say, it didn't feel like a 168. Gave me a 3 324. That's gonna hurt. That might put me in the dunce cap for the week. Am I gonna be dunce capped for the week for a 324? I'm gonna have to fix that. 324. They felt it. Now, if I view the trip dossier, you can see here. This is where I want to show you guys something. Do not redispatch unless you're ready to go fly that next leg. If you want to shut it down, say, all right, tomorrow I'm going to do the second leg. Cool. We're going to shut down just like this right now. If something were to have come up and you're like, hey, I'm not going to be able to finish this trip. I'm going to work for 5 days. Don't abandon trip if you can help it. DM a mod. Just DM a mod or DM a chief pilot in the Discord and let them know, and then we can release you without you having to do anything. So you can literally just shut down JETCARD without redispatching, and then DM a mod in the Discord and go on your merry way. But if we were going to continue, we would just hit dispatch, we'd turn the airplane around and head out of there. So we're going to leave it like that. We'll close JETCARD for now. And that'll be it. Somebody just had a 600. Somebody just had a 600 foot per minute landing. Uh-oh. That's not good. All right, let's put these up. Let's put the let's go into replay mode. Whatever you do, make sure you whatever you do, make sure you complete your JETCARD flight before doing a replay. Matt Robertson, any chance to get a job even? Absolutely. Is your app in? Gear overhaul. Chris, yeah, on the 600? Yeah, dude. On a 600, we're probably doing a hard landing inspection. Where were they landing? All right, jets are coming up. Replay's coming up. I'll let you guys listen to this with the flaps set up. Yeah, Robertson, we'll get you, man. Running forward. I mean, it was a fun approach, but man, I was just battling. It's not a good flap 40. All right, time for me to go lay some flooring. I know it's already 5 o'clock, so a little bit longer stream than I intended. But we were long-winded there. All right, everything's loading back in. Good. Oh, I forgot to disconnect. Oh my gosh, sorry, dude.
500.
There was a guy on final disconnected. Sorry, dude. Totally just screwed that guy up. Exclamation point Discord to get you started. Listen to those engines working, man. Riot Air in 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was every bit of 300 plus. I could just tell. That was every bit of it. That was every bit of 300 plus, chat. Oh my gosh, that was almost more than 300. Put it right on the threshold though, where we wanted. Man, the sounds are awesome. See, you don't want to float. Imagine if we landed in, like, on the touchdown stripe, we'd be going all the way to the end of the runway. So we got down in time, but we
Don't sink, Green. Don't sink.
All right,
Too low.
that's it. That's it. I'm done. Enjoy the replays, chat. Hope you enjoy V1 Exec Charter. We're going to be flying it at least weekly, if not more than weekly. It'll be a fun thing to have on the side. I look forward to the applications. I look forward to the company growing and it becoming a staple here at V1 Nation. Piss poor performance on the 7.3 for me today. Not good. I might have to fly the 7.3 tomorrow. We might have to pick this up tomorrow on a two-legger stream or something and fly this into Burbank. Get a little bit more proficient with the 7.3. So, with that said, oh jeez, flared it right into the friggin' pavement. Chat, I love it. All right. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. That's loud. Until the next one. Yeah, 73 in Burbank for Cali Simmer, but you were in an Airbus. You were in an Airbus, Cali. You're not even flying an airplane. Come on now. I'm just kidding. All right, I'm out of here. Stay safe. Stay healthy on V1. See you.